We're just going to quickly run through the My Team functionality and how you can actually invite users to your platform with certain permissions. It's all pretty straightforward. So what you'll first see is your staff overview of who's currently on the platform. In this case, we only have the one administrator for this demo restaurant. It would likely be yourself if you're the one who set up the account. In that case, if there was anything you wanted to edit about your permissions or your particular details as a user of the platform, you can do so here. Your first, your last name, a PIN code that you'll be using, your phone number, your access, the departments you're responsible for, and your level of access. So whether you're an administrator or a staff member, we'll run through what that means. There are different permissions for different levels of or different roles, and I'll run through that in just a second, but that's where you can edit your personal settings there. If you want to add or invite new users, so your staff team, you just go to new staff member, and you enter the same details we just ran through. Likely here, you'll be able to choose between whether they can access on a private device and a kiosk device. We find that most managers are given the private device, whereas kiosk is more for your general staffing, so they're not on their phones during the shift. They can just use a team iPad if that's what you use on the premises. It's really up to you how you run it, but that's just the two options that you have there. And you can choose what departments those staff fall into. So they might be falling into just the one front of house, or they could be multiple different roles depending on how you have trained them. So there's that option, and then you also can choose their role and their level. So right now we'll run through what that means, just so you know what permissions you're actually granting to your staff. So once you've added them, there will be an invite sent. So let's just do a test here. Test for Alex. And we'll just add the staff member. We don't have an email, so let's do test@gmail.com. Let's put a number in there, and we'll add this staff member. And what you'll see is it'll be pending. So once they've accepted, they'll obviously come up into the staff overview, and you'll know their level of permissions as well. So talking about what we were with the permissions as to what things each level is permitted to do, we can go to this Get Started page, and you'd actually see the full chart of permissions here. So you'll just click onto it, and if you run through it, you can see what each role is permitted to do and not permitted to do, and that might inform your decision making on how you assign the role when creating an invitation for your staff. Hopefully you found this informative.